Inbox. Hey guys, with my kid Fan20 here and welcome to another video. Today on Inbox I will be showing you my Superboy and Mitch comic series. If you've seen my last video, Epic World Book Day 2016, you may have seen that Superboy and Mitch the Slayer Epic World Book Day 2016. And I said one point on one of my episodes of Inbox on you tonight, I will be doing this whole series, and I've decided to do it now because I'd just like to do it, and I'll do an update when the new Superboy Mitch the Slayer comic comes out in Easter. But I'm gonna show you all of them right now. Up to now, I have like 11 or 12. I'll try to fit them all in the video. Hopefully I will. So let's start off with the first one in the series, which is called The Adventures of Superboy, the Grim Adventures of Superboy Mitch the Slayer, in which Superboy and Mitch go swimming, and Superboy fights a shark, and their mother is pleased. And it's the first Superboy Mitch the Slayer comic, so I did a small introduction on the first page, and this is come out of my English book. This was only my start of my series, and you can see the date that this was published. This is the 23rd of September 2014 when my first Superboy and Mitch comic came out. And yeah, that was being torn out from my English book. And now we have some more Superboy and Mitch comics. We also have, I'm gonna just try to get these comic books out, so I'm gonna put them on my bed, guys. Anyway, just let me straighten them out. I'll put them on the bed here. Let's put them on the floor. So, this is my Superboy and Mitch the Slayer second comic, and if you didn't know, even though it was only the second, was this. It's a good comic. It had two comics inside, one where Superboy and Mitch rescue the world from aliens, and then one where Superboy and Mitch get revenge on the baby TV channel Nick Jr. And yeah, this is like a double comic book, and yeah, it's a very good comic. And yeah, that was my second comic in the Superboy Mitch series, and now I'm going to move on to my third one. So, my third comic in my Superboy Mitch series was called, just hold on, I'm just straightening the comics out. So the third one was called Superboy Mitch and Mitch the Slayer, Superboy Mitch the Slayer in the internet, where they go into YouTube and ruin a video. And this is a very good comic as well. And yeah, so the next one, the fourth in the series, was called Superboy Mitch Special. Superboy Special. I just decided to create this one because of 50 years of my fake series BC Comics. Now it was only its first year in real life, but I just decided to call it 50. And so here's the comic. It's where they actually go to a cinema to see a film and end up getting arrested, like they always usually do. And so yeah, the next comic up in the series is Superboy and Mitch the Slayer in King Kong. And this is where they go to watch King Kong with their skull, and King Kong happens to jump out of the screen, and they save the day. they end up saving the day. And yeah, it's a good comic. So next up we have the first edition of Superboy and Mitch the Slayer's Christmas Cracker, in which we're playing Minecraft and they have a virus, and then the next day it's finally Christmas, and then they get all these awesome presents, and they end up sitting in their own cinema, 3D cinema. And then the next one was Superboy Mitch the Slayer's Worst Valentine's Day in the World. Now, there's BC Comics no longer 50 years, and this is where they have to go round. They are forced to go round by their mum. They are forced to go round all the shops, and then they're forced to give out flowers to people, and then instead they just throw them in the trash can. And yeah, this is a good comic as well. It has some good reviews of mine, some fake reviews that I have included. And then this is the second part of Superboy and Mitch the Slayer in the Internet, which is where they actually go into the internet, but a different video, and they're supposed to be looking at Egypt and they end up looking at YouTube. Now on the back it said that there was a new comic coming Easter 2015, but it got cancelled because I was a bit bored that day and I didn't really want to do it. But anyway, the next comic in the Superboy Mitch series is one of my new ones, and it's called Superboy Mitch the Slayer in the Internet, and it's their final warning, and it's part 3 of Superboy Mitch the Slayer in the Internet. And it's where they go in the internet. Well, Superboy and Mitch are caught playing, well, it's not exactly, they don't actually go in the internet. They're caught playing Call of Duty and they're expelled, and they sneak out to Domino's Pizza on a school trip, and it's a very good comic. And then next up we have part 2 of Superboy Mitch the Slayer's Christmas Cracker. The fun begins where they are forced to go to Christmas camp to sing lots of boring Christmas carols, and they end up going to one of the most famous, they end up going to see 5SOS out London, and they end up going to Capital FM's Jingle Bell Ball, and it had the Best Christmas Comic Award 2015 from me. And yeah, it's a very good comic, and they end up getting arrested. And then in the next one, this was like an educational version of Superboy and Mitch, but it was like Superboy and Mitch with a twist, and it's called Superboy and Mitch Present the Dangers of Internet Bullying. Now this was about my previous 3 comics of the Superboy and Mitch the Slayer of the Internet. This one's about what would happen if to stay safe on the internet. This was just one of our topics, and I ended up doing a comic instead of a poster, and yeah, and it was very good. Had some reviews as well. It's a good book. And then last but not least, in this Superboy and Mitch series, we have Superboy and Mitch's Epic World Book Day 2016, which you will have definitely seen in my last video, but I'm going to show it to you one more time. And I'm going to tell you what it's about as well. Well, they go to school for World Book Day and they're all dressed in fancy dress costumes. And they're dressed as 5SOS, the Tarbuck costume. And then the friends are dressed as Red Bandits. Zorban the Alien, if you didn't know him, I'm going to show that one in a minute. And he's dressed up as Yoda from Star Wars Jedi Academy, if you didn't know these books. I've only read 2, but still it's a very good one. And then they catch Deflower and she actually gets to prison, and then 5SOS end up blowing up the school, exploding it, and 5SOS take over. And so that was the Superboy Mitch series, and this is my this is another book I want to show you, which actually features Superboy Mitch, which is called The Adventures of Zorban the Alien. Now, they love, Zorban loves going on adventures. He goes to planet Earth and meets Superboy Mitch, and they go to see a film, they go shopping for fun stuff, not for boring stuff, and then they go swimming, and ended up getting arrested because of Zorban the Alien not allowed in a public swimming pool. And yeah, it's a really good story. It's the first feature-length story that I've created, and yeah, it's a very good. As you can probably see, this is my English book, but I followed it with an epic story, just because I wanted to. And it took me from the 5th of March, it took me like 10 or so days to create this. And then, last but not least, if I have just about enough time, I would like to show you the comic book that Daniel created, my best friend Daniel. If you didn't know him, go check him out, Spiderman19 YouTube. This is the internet in full colour. Now, if you didn't know my Superboy Mitch the Slayer internet comics, this is his version of it. And as you can see, had a lot of creation in it. They went in the internet. He even wrote me a letter on it. And yeah, it's a very helpful comic. And he actually photocopied it. And yeah, I'm glad he did. And so yeah, he had a lot of time creating the cover, and then he created lots of things. They ended up buying Minecraft or something, but I can't remember the whole story. But it's by Isaac Angel, that's me, and Daniel Burrows. And so yeah, really, just hold on. I'm just going to hold you up a sec, guys. Sorry guys, I'm just tidying this mess up. Oh, in fact, thinking about it, I'm just tidying it up. I'm putting everything away so that it's ready for use next time. I'll just do it as quick as possible. Right, comic number 2. I'm sorting them all out. Comic number 3. Comic number 4. 5. 6, 7, 8. Right. Superboy Mitch the Slayer's Christmas Cracker. Superboy Mitch the Slayer's Worst Valentine's Day in the World. Superboy Mitch the Slayer in the Internet Part 2. And Dangers of Internet Bullying. Yeah, I got them all in. I'm just putting them back in their box. And then Superboy Mitch the Slayer Epic World Book Day. Yeah, I've got them all in. Or quite right. I just need to, yeah, I got them all in properly now. Final warning, the internet, final dangers of, yep, I got them all in properly now, guys. So yeah, so this is the end of the video. I do hope you all enjoy. Please like, subscribe, share to your friends, and watch my other videos. And this is my first return for Inbox, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. In a few months return from my last few episodes of Inbox. And yeah, so please like, comment, share to your friends, and subscribe. Goodbye! Inbox, Win Picket Fan 20!